What's up, y'all? Welcome to Chris's, Joel, and Randy's Texas Tea. I'm just kidding. It's just Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. I'm Chris, back from vacationing.
Yes, girl. Yes, Miss Chris is back in the house, y'all.
Girl, she tore up Tahoe.
Who's Chris?
Everybody loves
That's what
Chris.
I was in Vegas for a week, in Tahoe for 2 weeks. It was nice.
How was
You
it?
don't say.
It was nice.
Oh, you know what? I want to hear the RV story because you sent me a little text about finding porn, by your parents finding porn in your RV.
Ooh.
So I want to hear that story.
Well, so all my porn all the porn that I have is on a USB. It's on a thumb drive.
I can't believe that you take that with you on the road.
Yes. Well, I finally got smart and I password protected it because I don't want my parents finding it and seeing all my porn. But I lost it in the RV, so and they were going to go store it, and I was like, oh shit, I need to get that. Because it has all my porn. I'm like, I need to get that before they store it away. So I had my parents looking for the thumb drive. I didn't tell them all my porn was on it.
Did they find it? Did we recover
Did we recover? What kind of dangerous porn do you have on this?
Gay porn. It makes some people very
you know what? We're I think if
really,
you're listening to this show, it's pretty obvious that we're all gay.
Yes,
so I don't think I have to say gay porn.
It's being exposed.
Actually, most of it is not
when
even
you
porn.
ask the question, you're saying some of it gay, and gay people get it, but straight people don't want to get it. They don't want to see it neither.
Most of it's G-rated, actually.
G-rated.
No,
You have G-rated.
Okay. I don't even know
gay
what that
porn.
means.
I think pornography is one of those things with it rating items that they use to rate not rated or R-rated or
It's
pornographic images.
G-rated
It's
porn over the jeans. What's happening?
Like My Little Pony.
Somebody being jacked off with their jeans on. You can't do
It's
that.
usually non-sexual.
Over the sweater petting.
I don't know. I don't want to get too much into my porn.
That's none of our business. You're exactly
That'll be next week's issue.
I did not want to. Actually, I was more interested in the RV thing than the porn. I just thought that was funny that he sent me a text going, "Oh, I don't want my parents to find my porn in the RV," and I'm like, the first thing I thought was, when did he get an RV? I didn't even think about the porn. I just thought, when
my
did he get
parents had
an
RV.
RV?
They RV actually all over the U.S.
I love
And it's
that.
huge.
Are they
It's
lifers?
fucking, I don't know what that means.
People who actually live in the
No.
RV and travel. Okay.
It's like 40 feet. There's 4 TVs in it, and it has a washer and
Or
dryer.
full-timers, I think they call them.
And, yeah, I mean, it has all the other stuff, too.
You know, when I worked in Alaska,
I find it to be embarrassing that it's so big.
I don't think so. You know, when I worked in Alaska, there were a lot of RVers who would come up there. They would work the summer jobs, earn all the money they needed to make, and then go right back on the road.
Yep.
I'm like, that would be the life for me.
A lot of people do that.
There are a lot of retirees who do that. I'm like, why do you have to retire to do that? I'd love to be able to do that. Just get a big old RV, bunch of friends. We all go work all dude ranches and all kinds of summer jobs, and they pay. You know, I worked in Alaska. I left Alaska with $8,000 in my pocket.
Wow.
Wait, you did the fish thing?
No, I worked at a lodge in Alaska, and you know, there's nowhere to go, so you just
nowhere to spend your money, right?
Yeah, there's nowhere really to spend your money, so you just put it in the bank, and
So how do you find seasonal jobs? How do you find them?
Oh, you just go online in December. In fact, I told this to someone at work. In December, you go online and you start looking for Princess Cruise Lines, all kinds of places do summer
Whatever
jobs.
their season is. Right?
Yeah, so you look that up. You sign up for it. They do an interview in January. They hire you by February. You leave in May.
And you spend the next 6 months to 8 months on the
That's
ship.
interesting. I wish that I could move like other people could.
Isn't that more for
apply
college?
for that.
Like
It's for
after
college,
high school.
It's for
Anyone
amazingly
who has
enough.
the availability to the flexibility.
It's on
to not
both
have a
ends. College
place to
students
keep
and
up.
retirees
Really?
all do it. They all do it. And I had a wonderful time.
Because they don't have a place that they
In
need to pay
Alaska.
rent or like a pet that needs taken care of,
Right.
or a lawn that needs mowed or anything like
What?
that. So it makes a perfect situation
Right.
for them.
I'm actually thinking of going full nomad because I just work off my laptop, so I can just move.
You should.
Yeah,
You
you
should.
should.
You can get Wi-Fi
You
in your
should.
car.
And you know what?
But not RV. I like staying at hotels.
I'm disabled, and when my check comes in, girl, can I go with you? We'll just be sisters.
Yes.
We will just be sisters, and girl, I'll get my check through the mail. No, but the thing is about being
at home,
being disabled, I'm thinking about, because I just saw some shows on Netflix about hotel rentals. Like Instant Hotel, and they're actually B&Bs and stuff like that. And people are always looking for people to manage their B&Bs all over the world.
Yes, exactly.
And I was thinking, I could manage a B&B.
A
couple.
You know what? I don't care what age you are. You should at least do this once in your life. Because you can go to some amazing places. Doing a summer job thing.
Nomadic kind of like
doing a summer job
migrational
thing. You will go to amazing places. You will meet some.
That's why I want
to. Everyone in Alaska. My friend, I went with a friend of mine, and she made the joke. Because she's Mexican, and she made the joke. She goes, "Look at all these gardeners out here, and not one of them are Mexican."
Oh, girl.
Now she made that joke, by the way. So don't come up here writing to me that I'm being racist.
Right.
She made that joke.
Well,
because everybody
later in the show.
Because everybody
will be.
We probably will be.
But not.
But everybody who was working in Alaska was from Eastern European countries.
Because it's right there.
Yeah, because it's like she said, she could look at Russia from her backyard.
Well, wait. So what city? What city was it?
I worked. No. I worked in. It really wasn't a city. I was in between. I worked.
So this is the summer.
Yeah, this was the summer. So
you had like endless sun.
Endless sun.
Wow.
We went hiking at 1:00 in the morning, and it was just like this right now in Houston. It was amazing. And I'm with a bunch. I'm with one queen. We're all going for a hike.
They're butt naked.
We got to our cabin. We threw our bags in. We said, "Let's go for a hike." I said, "Don't you bitches need to take?" I bought hiking boots. I was prepared. I read everything I possibly could about Alaska. I had hiking boots on. I had mosquitoes, by the way, are bad up there. So I had my long pants on, and I'm ready to go hiking. I'm looking at a girl in these cute little My Little Pony tennis shoes. I'm looking at a queen who was walking around in his little loafers. And my other friend who was straight, but was also prepared, he had his hiking boots. And we're going to go for a hike. And they're like, we want to come along. And we're looking at their shoes going, you can't come hiking with us with those shoes on. And they're like, we want to do it. So we went down a hill next to a river, just hiking and everything. And then they got back to their room and went, our shoes are ruined. Yeah. Bitch, nobody told you to wear I'm sorry, not My Little Pony. Hello Kitty. They were Hello Kitty.
Oh, shit.
Hello Kitty little tennis shoes. Veronica, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, those My Little Pony ones would have been okay.
I love you, girl.
No, they were the same kind of shoe.
But she has the cutest little feet.
Wait, you remember her name?
She's my best friend.
Oh, shit.
Yes. She just lives right down the street from me.
I met a lot of those.
She's very sweet.
She's very sweet.
When I took my trip to Marfa.
Oh, yeah, you went to Marfa. I've always wanted to go to Marfa.
Oh, my God, it's amazing. I don't so much buy into the Marfa lights.
I don't know what that means.
What's the Marfa lights?
So there's like this thing that happens at the end of the day, and like there's like a thing at the side of the road, like this huge pavilion and everything where you go and you watch these lights that happen across the desert, and it's supposed to be miraculous, and they say this and that and the other. And it's like, well, at least I am sitting there, and I'm like, this is probably just everyone who works in town, like, driving home.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like, you mean like there's a mirage. So it's basically like a mirage.
But it's like...
So what's the...
Famous.
It's interesting.
They're just supposed to be miraculous lights that nobody knows how they occur.
Huh.
So what he's saying is that there's actually just a play of lights on the ground, and it's like a mirage because Marfa is very flat.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm going to ask a stupid question. What the hell is Marfa? I don't know what that is.
It's like a small artist kind of community.
Field trip.
Where is it?
The Hotel Paisano is there, which is the most famous attraction in Marfa, Texas.
It's in Texas. Okay.
Yeah, it's Marfa, Texas.
So it's
is that the one in North Texas?
May I say something? Here's how Marfa became popular. The movie Giant with Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James
Dean.
And that's how it became popular. And it became an artist community.
Filmed at the Hotel Paisano.
Yeah, it was filmed at the Hotel Paisano. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to give you the core.
Right.
So, I'm sorry.
But no, I mean, that's how it became famous.
I thought it was because of that
was the most famous.
Sybil Shepherd movie that they filmed in North Texas.
The Last Picture Show was filmed somewhere else. That wasn't filmed in Marfa.
But Cibolo Creek Ranch is also there as well, which is where the Supreme Court Justice, who I guess it's not just now passed, but he passed, and he wanted to pass at Cibolo Creek Ranch, which is where we stayed. Which is nice. It's an actual, like, working ranch. So we got to see all kinds of really cool animals.
Well, Nikki, do they have a film festival there?
In Marfa?
Yeah.
They may.
I'm just curious.
I don't know. But, I mean, they have several, like, they have a really cool campground. It's just trailers. Like, I guess that they have purchased and set up as, like, suites. They've got, like a campground that's, like, tents. And it's just like yurt-style tents that you can stay in. Of course, you can stay at the actual Hotel Paisano, which is always booked. It's insane. You have to like book 2-3 years in advance to get to actually get a room there.
Having sex in a tent is fun. You should try that sometime.
Having sex on the beach is not.
I went to church camp. I had sex in a tent.
You should try as an adult. As an adult, you should try that because it's fun.
As a child, you should have tried it because it was even more fun.
Okay, but you were a whore as a child. And now you're a prude as an old man, so I have no idea what's going on with that.
I have no idea what's going on. As a child.
She used up all the punches on her card.
I was an opportunist as a child.
Yeah, exactly. She's that bitch.
Like, I need a new card.
Yeah, that's that bitch.
Y'all are just mean. Y'all are just mean.
All to hell.
And who? It wouldn't shot across my bow.
Oh shit!
You know what?
That wasn't mean. That was just realist.
Real?
Yes, they're just keeping it real.
Are they?
It's all about the realness.
I don't care. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Listen, I was not a whore as a child. I was an opportunist, and
which is another name for
that means
whore.
As it applies to sex,
I'll give you that.
Okay.
I didn't say I had sex per se.
You did. You had sex.
You had lots of sex.
Here we go.
You had sex in tents.
Camp.
You literally just said that.
I'm joking. I didn't
Jesus
really.
What Jesus thing?
You know,
oh my God!
Get the Lord out of this.
You know he was watching.
No, I was joking. It was a joke. That's what I do here.
Oh, so you lied?
Yeah, because it was a joke.
Oh, Lord! So Jesus is not happy with you right now.
Do not bring the Lord
have to go home and say,
telling you.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Shut up, y'all! Shut up,
because I have to say that Baptist Bible camp when I was a kid was a horrific experience.
That sounds horrific. Yeah,
it was horrific. And it was only horrific because every time that I would be in the boys' dormitory, all they talked about was somebody sucking their dick. And I'm like,
wait,
are you
what?
Yes. I'm like 13 years old.
And
all these teenage boys are trying about getting their dick sucked.
What? That didn't happen at my camp.
And I'm like, what?
It didn't actually happen at my camp either. It was a joke.
And you know the sad thing was? Is that they all wanted my brother. And I'm like...
Was your brother cute?
My brother is cute. He is a good-looking man. Michael is cute. He is a good-looking man.
Guy,
but Michael is a good-looking man.
Yeah.
And they all kept trying to get towards... I had to literally protect Michael.
I didn't know you grew up Baptist.
No, I didn't. My dad married... You know, I want to say
your
this.
Dad married a Baptist.
He married a lot of people.
And one of his mothers was Southern Baptist.
And one of the stepmothers was Southern Baptist. So and by the way, I missed out on a lot of music from that era because maybe about 5.
Oh, was it 5? I thought it was 3.
No, there's like 5 or 6.
Like in how long of a period?
Yeah.
Oh, my dad was a prolific marrier.
Wow.
So he would marry someone, cheat on them, marry the person he cheated with.
Oh, God.
Then marry someone that he cheated with that person. And just went on and on and on. To the point where at 11 years old, I told stepmother number 5, I'm like, this won't last. So don't worry. I'm not calling you mom.
Woo, no, you didn't.
I'm not going to call you mom because it's not going to last.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, I was
How
right.
old were you?
Oh, I was 11 at the time.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't call my stepmom mom when I was 11.
Mm-mm. No, I told
She was Dana.
By the way, my stepmother, when he married her, she was 19 years old.
Ow,
ow. Mm-hmm.
Your
dad
must have been a stone cold
30
fox.
something. I can't remember how old. I think he was 34,
Well, hey, when it's
35.
true love,
Was your
it's true
dad
love.
Shaft?
It wasn't true love. It wasn't true love, sweetie. This
True
man,
something.
this man tried to have sex with her sister, like
At
a year
Thanksgiving.
later.
I think we need to have your dad on the show.
Oh no! Oh no! Mm-mm. So that yes. So that's when I went to Baptist Bible camp, and like I said, it was a horror fest. All these boys were trying to get their dicks waxed and everything else, and I'm like,
Waxed.
Girl, that's just
It's a saying.
It's just a saying. 13 years old, and I'm listening to teenage boys talking about getting their dick sucked constantly,
That sounds hot.
day and night.
I'm just saying.
But we
I mean, not now.
I know. But
No,
here,
I didn't say that.
No.
but Baptist
no.
Bible
You know
camp.
what I meant.
We know,
I know.
what you mean.
Now we know
Of
what's on your
course
thumb
not,
drive.
no.
But Baptist Bible camp was like get up at 6 in the morning. You had to go to prayers at 6 in the morning, and then you went and had breakfast, and then you had prayers again.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went outside to play, and then you had prayers again.
Where was the dick? When was the dick suck?
Then you had lunch.
Somebody was getting it.
Then you had lunch.
Going. It wasn't him.
Mm-hmm.
He
And-
was doing prayers and lunch and everything.
Yeah, I
else.
know.
After lunch.
Jesus was everywhere in that
The
Bible camp.
The Lord is everywhere, and I
Mhm.
don't want to hear His name again.
Mm-mm.
Oh, gosh.
But good Lord, it was all over the place.
There you go, Lord.
There was one time we were all in the room, and
You know
one of
what
the boys managed to hook up with one of the girls
Oh.
from the other side of the
Gross.
camp.
Gotta
They
keep
went
them
skinny
separated.
dipping.
Oh,
Here's-
we got some fish, girl.
But here's what happened: they went skinny dipping in the one pond they wasn't supposed to go skinny dipping in.
Leeches.
They went skinny dipping in the sewage pond.
Oh, what?
Mm-hmm. They had to be sent home. They had all kinds of stuff.
That ringworm,
Yeah,
all
ringworm,
kinds of shit.
all kinds of stuff was
Dana
going.
was
Wait,
funky.
that's
Shit,
actually
literally
famous?
being the word here, Red. They were
Ringworm.
literally swimming in shit,
Oh my god!
and did not realize it until they got out of the water. And I'm like,
waist deep.
because there was a pond, and no one ever said anything about. I didn't
But
understand.
they didn't say don't swim there because it's
No
got
one ever.
sewage
There
in
was
it?
no fence. There was no sign. There was no nothing. But everybody knew it was a sewage pond.
Because it smelled.
I guess so. And I don't know why you would go skinny dipping in a pond.
Why would you get that close to it? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Why would you?
disgusting.
That was
That's
disgusting. My God, it was hilarious. We laughed about it for days after that because they got sent home.
Well, I hope they survived.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like that she got it worse than he
I'm
did.
sure she did.
Oh,
Because it's a girl. You know, when it's always
Oh, no,
when a girl is involved,
She's
it's
a
always
hoe
far
for life.
worse.
She's a hoe for life.
It's always far worse
well,
when you're a
and then
girl.
from a bacterial standpoint,
I thought from the
she has like an
bacterial
open. She has an open wound,
Yeah,
so to
it's like-
speak,
Mm-hmm.
a gash.
You can get up in there and
Mhm.
come out.
Mm-hmm. So it was quite interesting. But
Did you
Baptist
go to
Bible
camp?
camp was just a horror fest for gay men.
Did Pinky go to camp?
When my parents got divorced, I had an aunt. Well, I have an aunt and an uncle who are very, very religious. And there was one time I did go
Non-denominational?
to. No, it was Christian something or other.
Non-denominational aren't very religious.
They are.
yeah, they are.
No, it depends on.
It wouldn't exist as a religion if they. But yes, I did go to Bible camp once.
Did you have sex?
I did not. Most of my summers were spent at Boy Scout camp.
Oh, you had sex there.
No, but one of the boys did get teabagged.
Oh,
Like,
how do you let it get
like
that far
little mushroom
and
stamp.
not do
Like,
anything
from
else?
Totally like a bro kind of standpoint, there was nothing.
How does
sexual
it go
about
that far with nothing happening? Oh, the guy who we teased.
All of us were just broskies. We were,
Oh, I don't know.
Two of them held him down, and then the other one got on the table.
Oh my gosh! Well, that's called.
So that's like
sexual assault.
It was hazing, right?
It's called sexual assault.
Someone got raped.
That's sexual assault.
He got teabagged.
That's sexual assault. Yeah, we went to camp and I got sexually assaulted.
Well, no, I didn't.
Oh, gosh, no.
Somebody did. It's no more illegal than children having sex at a camp.
Hazing
anyway.
is illegal.
No more illegal.
But
than
kids having
kids. It's still illegal. Under the
They were kids.
I mean, this was back in the... When was this?
And of course...
The 90s?
Yes. Like it wasn't even the late 90s.
No, they can't do that now. Those kids would be in jail.
Well, no, you can't. Kids can't have sex at camp either.
Man, all the fun times are gone.
I'm telling you.
Man.
Right?
Like when we used to go stay at NASCAR, we used to like stay at the infield at Michigan International Speedway because my Uncle Roman used to get like infield passes. So we used to be on the inside of the circle for NASCAR. Wow. It was fucking awesome. And then my dad met my stepmom, and she didn't think that was the kind of environment that preteens should be in, just wandering around. And so we didn't get to go anymore. But like braless ladies partying constantly, like all over the place.
Well, youthful
NASCAR, so
youthful indiscretion sort of reminds me of a topic.
Oh,
but my dad was 19 at the time. Somebody, and they know her name now, and now we also know that she is a youth, if you will, a youthful offender, opened up a lid on Bluebell ice cream. A lid?
A lid.
Oh, this
just
is
one?
The Bluebell incident?
It only takes one.
I think she did a bunch of them, did she?
No, just one. Just one. She took off the lid, licked the ice cream, put the lid back on, and put it in the freezer. And we know who she is now, or they know who she is now, but there hasn't been any conviction yet. They don't know what to do because she's a youthful offender.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I mean,
that's the question.
I don't know.
It looked like it looked like it was one of the least popular flavors.
My father loves butter pecan.
I hate.
You don't like butter pecan?
I feel like butter pecan is like for old people. It's just.
Well, my father. I never liked it. I said my father loves.
I never liked it until I tried it as a caramel.
I don't like nuts in my
caramel sundae.
I love Rocky Road, girl. Give me some Rocky Road.
I'm in chocolate.
What's that?
Rocky Road. You ain't never heard of Rocky Road?
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road is the worst.
Them
damn marshmallows.
It's all about the moose tracks.
I enjoy a moose track too. Rocky Road's got those marshmallows. I can forgive those because there's chocolate in them.
I was a child of defining taste, so I didn't eat those certain kinds.
I was an ice cream fan.
What did you like, Superman?
So I wonder what's going to happen to her because she is a minor. And so, are they going to throw the book at her? Is she doing?
Well, did you hear? But there was a copycat.
Oh, see, that's why they need to throw.
Yeah,
I mean, they need to punish her.
Oh my god!
To the extent of the law, because they're going to be copycats.
Oh my god!
I'm so glad I don't eat Bluebell.
Girl, what you got to say?
Oh my god! I feel like that Kristen Wiig character from Saturday Night Live, the super odd who always like freaked out about certain. Oh my god! Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't think we were going to talk about this just yet because I was going to save it for the second half of the show.
Oh, well, I didn't
because I want to say this. Here's what I want to say about this. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down.
Oh shit!
Oh, about her licking the ice cream.
Yeah, because let me tell you.
I wouldn't say that.
Let me tell you what happened with Bluebell. Back in 2015. Bluebell had to shut down production of their ice cream because they had a listeria outbreak, which they knew about 2 years prior to them being shut down. 3 people died.
Oh, shit.
Yes, 3 people died. Three people in Kansas died.
That's true.
And Bluebell almost went out of business because of that. And that was their fault because they knew about it. They had a machine that was so riddled with bacteria that they literally had to destroy it. They laid off 1,400 people because of that.
But that's why their sensitivity is so high.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
They don't want that shit to happen again.
But here's the thing. One little girl licking some ice cream and putting it on video outraged an entire nation. But Bluebell being negligent about having listeria going on in their factory, having 3 people die, having to lay off 1,400 people didn't cause any hysteria back in 2015.
And everyone was just pissed off they weren't getting ice cream.
That's an interesting fact. That's an interesting fact. But they did nearly go out of business.
They did nearly go out of business.
You're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand.
Comparing apples and
because I don't understand.
One is a meme that is it's a very simplified thing. It's easy to get mad at this person who licked the ice cream. It's a very simple situation.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very simple situation that shouldn't have gotten blown out of proportion.
I don't know.
It got blown out of proportion. And you're right. There were copycats after that.
That's the problem.
But guess what happened? Bluebell will now become the most popular ice cream on the planet because of what this girl did.
Wait, no.
Yes.
Not in my book.
Well,
yes.
Bluebell is not a national brand. It's not.
No, it's not a national brand, but it will be.
I hope not, because I'm
probably
that
girl and copycats licking.
Because of that girl doing what she did, everybody's going to sympathize with Bluebell.
I think everyone's going to worry about having.
Everybody's going to worry about.
No.
Yes,
Bluebell. By the way, after she licked that ice cream and it was posted on video, they threw out all that ice cream in that freezer. They threw everything out.
Well, they would have to.
Yeah, they threw everything out.
Now there are copycats.
There was a woman who I love the idea that there was a woman who went into, I think it was a Walgreens, I can't remember. She went into a store and took a sip out of a bottle of Listerine of all the things. Really, of all the things. And then spit it back in the bottle and put it right back on the shelf.
That you wouldn't really have to worry about.
Did you hear about the girl at Walmart? She ate half a cake, and she went up and she said, and she just wanted to pay for half the cake, and she just ate half of it.
Copycats. This is exactly
copycats.
Yeah, exactly.
Copycats aren't a good thing. They're a bad thing.
They're a bad thing.
Well, that depends on.
By the way,
that's why I want her prosecuted to the fullest extent.
Oh no. There's no fullest extent.
Yes.
No, there's no fullest extent.
Well, I want there to be because we want people to see that this is what will happen to you if you do
what
this.
Would they prosecute?
What would they? She could have if she were
get a ticket. The fullest extent of the law would be a ticket.
Actually, the copycats were prosecuted for performing an illegal acts.
Yeah.
And recording it and disseminating it or something.
By the way, you could actually get.
But she got recorded on accident.
Right? If she were an adult, she could have gotten up to 20 years.
Yeah.
But as a juvenile, nope, she's going to get a slap on the wrist, and that'll be done.
And that's the bad thing because now the copycats are out there everywhere and getting the slap on the wrist, and they're all kids.
In particular, this one that I'm talking about, he actually bought the ice cream. So he claims, well, I didn't.
He bought the ice cream.
But he actually still committed it. If you recorded,
he didn't own it before.
He didn't own it when he licked it, and so he recorded it. If he was doing an illegal act.
Yeah.
So technically, he did do it.
I have to say
he probably got caught
and I have to say he did, but that's kind of nitpicky.
No,
if he actually has,
he only bought it to get away with a crime. He committed the crime.
He committed a crime.
Yeah, that's true.
He just bought the ice cream so that he thought he would have a plausible defense.
I think they should have done it with a better brand. I mean, I think Bluebell kind of sucks.
I know.
I think it's terrible.
I don't think Bluebell sucks.
It's commercial.
I think Bluebell is terrible ice cream.
I like Bluebell.
I think Bluebell. I'm going to agree with you, Chris. I think Bluebell is terrible.
If you want some good ice cream, Trader Joe's is awesome. Kroger actually has Kroger
Select. Kroger Select is fantastic. Oh my god! It is so want some good ice cream, much better than Bluebell.
I will get some good ice cream here for next week. Ray's ice cream.
I have lactose issues, so
I do too. I don't.
Okay, well, I think it's time for a little break.
Is it time for a break?
I think it is.
Okay. Well,
I think he's got the timer.
I have a body clock.
Oh, you have a body clock? Your body clock is always wrong, bitch.
Oh, shit.
My body clock is always right.
Shots have been fired.
My body clock is always right.
But Ray's ice cream. Yeah.
I haven't heard of it.
It's pretty localized to Michigan.
Body clock is always wrong.
Okay. Is it here?
Actually, I will apologize.
Some of it is all over the place.
I'm going to put a public apology to Randy because he's actually right.
Oh shit!
It is actually time to take a break because
I
we're at
have
the
a very
30-minute mark.
accurate body clock.
We're at the 30-minute mark, so we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
I don't even use an alarm at home because I tell myself, wake up.
The break. Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't been here for a while.
Who?
Take us out, Miss Pinky.
All right, y'all. We're going to be right back. So enjoy these messages, and we're going to continue to get sloppy and be back in a couple of minutes.
Welcome back to the show. We're all excited to have you, especially people in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, girl in Sri Lanka. I'm talking to you.
Who knew we have listeners in Sri Lanka?
Oh, they're calling from Sri Lanka.
They're calling from Sri Lanka.
She is upset.
Sri Lanka is on the phone right now.
So we're all excited to be here always. But you know what?
We have the we are back to the original crew. We got Miss Chris Purvis. No, I'm sorry, not Miss. I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that.
Mr. Chris.
Well, the original is
Mr. Chris. Yes, Mr. Chris.
We've always been here.
But
Mr. Chris.
Mr.
Roll
Chris.
call when we came in.
Back from vacation. Has been gone for a long time.
That's
3 weeks is a long time.
That's a long ass vacation.
That's a long time to be gone. I wish I could have 3 weeks off.
Well, wait, I was working during that time.
I can imagine.
I don't have nothing to say about that.
Working
I've been
girl
off
on
almost
the
a year, so.
Working girl on the strip.
But it's not vacation for me. Being off work is hell.
Wait, are we doing a roll call?
Booyah, roll call.
Everybody roll call. Randy.
Hi.
Chris.
Hey.
Miss Pinky.
Hi.
And Joel. We're back. We're back. And now we done it. So let's move on.
There you go.
So I'm going to bring up a cute little subject.
Oh, please do.
And I want everybody's thoughts and opinions on this.
You're going to get them whether you want them or not.
Yes, exactly.
Is this about one of my favorite movies?
This is about The Little Mermaid.
Yep.
And their casting of Miss Halle Bailey, who I mixed up with Halle Berry.
Imagine that.
I went, wait, what? Halle Berry's doing
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yes, but Halle Bailey is Disney's Little Mermaid in their live-action version. So how do we feel about that?
I don't know. What does that even mean? I've never seen this actress.
She's an African-American actress.
Is she from Africa?
No, she's a black actress.
Thank you.
She's a black actress.
But she's not from Africa.
Okay, fine. We got that.
Oh, we know that.
Okay.
Bailey.
She's a black actress. It's been a media storm, an internet storm for the last 3 or 4 days.
An internet storm because you know me and the internet, but I watch TV. I ain't seen that.
So how are we feeling about casting an African American woman as Ariel in The Little Mermaid?
I have an issue with it. Not because she's, African American or black. It's because she does not personify the character who was a Little Mermaid.
Okay, I'm sorry. Were you in the auditions when this happened?
No, wait. Let him finish.
Shots have been fired.
No shot.
I'm sorry. Shots have been fired.
I don't understand why the audition process has anything to do with it.
Exactly.
Well, I saw the cartoon. I saw the original Little Mermaid.
And continue.
And if you're saying that she is an African American young lady and not a Anglo-Saxon complected individual who doesn't have red hair, then she does not personify on the very basic things that make up the original Ariel.
From the Disney, we're not. Ariel. Yes, correct.
Right. Who is the original Little Mermaid?
I tend to agree because Ariel is a very iconic character, and if you had her change her hair color, we would get upset if it wasn't red. So why can we not be upset when her skin color?
If she was a brunette, I would be just as upset.
She's you can't change her color from Ariel has to have red hair. If she doesn't have red hair, she's not Ariel.
But that she can have red hair.
No, it won't look good though. With her skin tone, girl, it's not gonna look good. You know that red hair.
She can still have red hair.
She would have red hair.
No, wait a minute. A lot of black girls have had cranberry hair. And you're right, her hair is cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
However,
she's gonna have red hair.
She's gonna have red hair.
It's not red, it's cranberry, but
Ariel will have red hair.
Ariel will have red. Yeah, she'll have red hair.
But here's the thing.
But it's not Ariel. It's not as we know it. As I
have to say, and this is probably gonna sound racist, but I mean, Little Mermaid is like my top two, my second favorite movie of all time, and I really wanted to see it. And then once I heard that they cast her, I was not as excited, and I don't know if I'll go see it. And it's not because they cast a black person; it's because they cast a person who does not personify Ariel as I know her. So I'm going to go see a movie that's going to change Ariel in my mind, and I don't really want to do that.
So let me ask you a question. If you were sitting in a casting situation where you're looking at this girl and you're thinking, wait, she has the voice, she has the persona, she has everything that says Ariel to me. The only problem is that she is not Ariel in a physical sense.
She ain't white. But here's the question.
Hold on, let me say this.
Oh,
and here is where I think that Disney went, okay, you know what? I feel like that she's Ariel, so let's do this. Why not?
That's because that's a fantasy. And that never happened. Disney went, I wonder how much money we can make if we make her black.
And I
wonder how much money we can make if we mix it up and change it up.
So
and get a new demographic. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? Hollywood is a machine to make money. But there ain't no doubt in my motherfucking mind that somebody said, you know what? Let's make her black. It's going to piss everybody off. And people are going to go see it, piss some people off, and make some people happy. But guess what? They're all going to go to see it. Because guess what? This is something different.
Because I feel like...
Bottom line, it's money.
I feel like that you are correct on a certain level. I feel like that you are correct. And I feel like that...
The bottom line is
I look at what has gone on with the Star Wars movies. And I feel like this is the exact same thing. And I think that I don't, as a black person, as the black person in the room, I think it's an interesting choice. And I think that I would like to see how she is going to do this, because there's so much pressure on her.
Well, no, she's going to do it according to the script.
But there's still
script. But it's not like Ariel.
You got someone who wants to interject here.
Yes. And we'll get to you in a minute, Miss Pink. Well, trust me, we'll get to you because I know that you have something to say, and I know this because I've looked at you several times, and I know you have something to say. The thing is that I have learned from past experience when it comes to how people cast people in Hollywood and how we all throw up a big stink about the fact that this person is not right for this role and blah 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 blah, and then we go see the movie and we're like, oh my god, they were amazing. This was the most amazing thing on the planet. Blah, blah. Now, this has gone 50-50. So, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, Miss Pinky, go ahead.
Okay, so I have two things to say about that. I would say one, if I were an African-American person, I would be even more offended that they were using that as a tactic to make money and to be deliberately outrageous.
No, I think it's a tool.
And two, is the African American community, because Disney has gone out of its way to widen its demographic as far as Disney princesses go. Yes, the first 4 or 5 were white gals. Then we bring in Jasmine, who is Middle Eastern.
Well, yeah.
And then we have the Princess and the Frog. And Annabelle...
I'm sorry, the first 4 or 5, there are lots of Disney princesses. Before that, they were white.
Well... The first 4 or 5.
Okay, Snow White. Snow White, Cinderella.
No.
Snow White, Cinderella,
Aurora. Point, though, Joel.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Well, right, but those were the first 4 or 5. That's quite a few.
We can't count them.
They made it a point to create new stories to include these other demographics. The Princess and the Frog being the one that that features an African American Disney princess. Now, is the African American community going to be okay? Should a little white girl with red hair get that role?
Yes, I've seen that on the internet. Thank you for bringing that up.
Wait, what?
I have seen that on the internet.
Why should a little white girl with red hair get that role?
Thank you.
And you can't really flip that. You can't flip that.
Why?
That's like saying
princess.
There's a gay day. Why can't they have a straight day? That doesn't work that way.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, where this girl from?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Where
if they
is
were to
this
do a live
princess
action
from?
version of that film, they would say no, that's
Isn't
not
she
right
from
because
Louisiana?
that's not. Yes, there are plenty of white folks who live
There's
in Louisiana.
a lot of white folks in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just as easily could
Well,
be
I
a
never
little white
saw
girl.
that, but wasn't the whole point of it was that she was black?
Yes.
Was that?
It's not because she's black.
Was that
but that's
germane
what-
to the plot?
Well, but no, the whole point was
she could be
the whole
any
point was
breed.
money. That's
Right.
the whole point.
But
Just
that's not
like
my
this
point.
whole point
No.
is money.
Disney's
So,
whole
wait.
point. Hold on. No, Disney's whole point to that is not money. It was inclusion.
Meaning
I
money.
know that, but that means
But
money.
yes, but that I think is I would not sell Disney so short as to say that they did
I
that
would.
so that no, because little girls are like try to be those princesses as little girls. It's not
Do you
necessarily
really think
money.
Disney is sympathetic to little girls
So
around the
absolutely.
world?
So there could be
100%.
there could be another motivation.
Maybe you need to work for Disney.
So think about this. Saying
that they don't is really making a huge statement about Disney not giving a shit about the youth.
Well, Disney is a corporation.
They're a
understand
corporation.
that. They
They're
have
a
to make
place
money.
of business.
They weren't not making
They
money
don't give a
before.
shit about
Okay,
anything
hold on.
but the bottom
They weren't
line.
missing out
think
on
about
the bottom
this.
line before.
If whatever race Ariel is, does that mean King Trident has to be that race and all his daughters?
He would have to be if it's his daughter.
No,
or is she going to be
that's
then be
not-
adopted? How far from the storyline are we going then?
Okay, first of all, I would like to say this as a thing because this has been a thing on this show. And both Randy has said it and both Charles have said it. When we talked about an actor playing a gay role, and we said, no, you can't have a straight actor playing a role, we said it does not matter whether the actor is straight or gay, it should be the best person for the job.
An actor.
An actor.
Uh-huh.
That's what actors do.
Yeah, that's what actors do.
From a standpoint that
Yes,
that character
exactly.
already existed?
So, by the way, Disney has already changed so much when it comes to who they take from live action, who they take from a Disney cartoon and put it into live action. They've already done that. And they've been very successful at it. Not all the time, but they've been mostly successful at it. This is their most controversial thing.
Well, because they
And now as a society, we're now starting to ask, what is normality? Can we, as a society, say that it's okay that a person of color can play a person from a cartoon, by the way, a cartoon.
It is a cartoon.
It's a cartoon.
But it was also a book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right.
Well,
She
it was
colored
also-
a certain color.
Mm-hmm.
Her character was a certain color. I mean, in cartoons.
So in a normal
placating that
society,
more.
can we not say that the best actor for the job? Can we not just say that?
But that's not how it went, Joel.
But that's not what
It doesn't matter how it went.
No.
What I'm saying is that
it's not-
at this
I'm
table,
just reiterating my point.
Right.
at this table,
reiterating my point.
can we possibly say that
Of course,
this is the best?
Of course,
Maybe this might.
there's the best actor for the job. Of course,
I would be against a little white girl playing the role of the princess and the frog because that's not that character,
Mm-hmm.
and they shouldn't take that away from that group
Mm-hmm.
because that was not the storyline in that, and the demographic that movie is supposed to, and even the tale, the whole lore that tale tells.
But do you realize that The Princess and the Frog is actually a story of a white girl,
and
Yes,
a
that's what
white
he's
princess, princess?
but they moved
Yeah.
it to Louisiana.
Yeah,
and guess
they
why?
moved it to Louisiana.
Guess why? Right, you're coming right back to me because of money and business.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do
Sure.
with color.
Mhm.
Nothing.
it does. They wanted-
Everything.
they
No,
needed-
it doesn't.
Mhm.
They are trying to sell more princesses because they can make more money.
They didn't need
And
to.
they're not placating the black community by making the princesses black. You don't think a little black girl has never owned a Snow White doll?
And I would never.
What I'm saying is this. Shame on them because they're the ones who are making this issue an issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, there actually might be a different reason why they're doing this. Since I read a comment on Facebook that somebody said that a lot of the songs in The Little Mermaid and Crab is Caribbean or
exactly. Right.
So if they had singing Caribbean songs and had a bunch of white people dancing around, I think that would be considered like cultural appropriation.
But we don't know what race the crab is.
So they might be switching them. They might be switching them. They might be switching the Little Mermaids to darker skin to make it more socially acceptable for them to be dancing.
Politically correct
to dancing to
for
Caribbean
whatever region they would have been.
Whatever music it is.
But here's the thing:
Disney
already did that with a Tiana character. Every Disney character.
What Tiana?
Tiana
from.
But every Disney princess is usually based on some kind of folklore or what have you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Princess and the Frog is based on a European character who is white.
Yep.
But that's okay. You can change the color because the Little Mermaid is not even really based on the story of the Little Mermaid. This just happens to have a mermaid.
Yeah, exactly. So you can switch it around. Disney did it before. They did it before with the Princess and the Frog. They're doing it again with the Little Mermaid. So
it's just harder to see.
That's my point.
In that perspective, because
we all have pictures of what Ariel looks like.
Because the Little Mermaid has been around for how long? I mean, years and years and years. And the story of the Princess and the Frog, and what's true to the Disney movie based around that is really, really set in culture that is strictly, a black community and those struggles that black community.
But here's the thing:
into.
Disney has always Disney has always appropriated folklore into their movies, and they've been able to change around who the characters will be in those movies. So this is not an unusual thing for Disney to do.
No,
so I don't see why
Black Mermaids.
I don't.
Disney created the whole thing where. You can appropriate someone's song after a certain amount of time. I think it's 75 years.
Well, public domain.
Public domain.
Yeah. Walt Disney invented public domain.
No, he didn't.
He used public domain.
He set the precedent
for every show. But what I'm saying is that he used it to further his whole career. So,
what does that have to do with?
Oh, I'm just saying it's all about business, girl. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It all comes back to me.
That's why I think it's inappropriate.
My point.
And that's why I think that's
even more despicable. And
that's why I don't understand why we're making a big deal of this. Disney does this all the time. This is not unusual. The Little Mermaid is not unusual.
It's calculated. I don't think it's based on this talent. I don't think it's based on this talented girl.
No, it's calculated.
It's a calculation.
It's affirmative action.
Yes.
It is affirmative action.
What? I mean, as far as I don't know what that means. No, I don't.
No.
That's exactly what it means. But
pushing as far as them, but like the concept of affirmative action.
I think they were like, let's make this be an African American girl.
To get her on board.
I think you're reading way too much.
I think you're reading way too much
when you say affirmative action.
I think you went down a road that.
I don't know why I said yes.
I'm not mad at you for that.
But I'm not mad at you for it.
And maybe I don't quite understand what I'm saying.
No, but you opened up a door.
I think I'm saying.
You said the
big door to open up, girl.
But
don't open up affirmative action.
But I just believe, and completely unrelating it before to whether gay people should play gay characters or not. That was taken out of context because we weren't talking about characters who had already been established. Being played by gay actors. They weren't gay characters before they were a movie.
The gay thing...
They weren't straight people before... They weren't gay or straight characters that existed in history for 40 years.
The gay thing is close to my heart because I believe that actors should play whatever roles they can because they're actors. And if you stop straight people from playing gay people, then you stop gay people from playing straight people. Think about the long road.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in the long road
Right. It's just a matter of like a gay person
and I'm not saying
a gay person better.
And I'm not saying this out of any kind of bad place when I say this, but I think that what you said, when you said affirmative action, I think that was the worst thing that you could possibly have said.
Yeah, so we're going to get on page.
I'm going to guess.
That is the worst thing.
Wait. I think it's okay for us to say whatever.
I mean, you guys saying it's from a business perspective.
Whatever you want.
I don't think there should be taboo topics
How is that any different than saying they did it for dollar signs? Isn't that saying exactly the same thing?
No.
Didn't that exist in universities so that universities...
How about
let's move on to another subject.
How about we wait and see
what happens.
Let's wait and see how they're going to make this movie.
I'm not saying that she will not make a good Ariel. I'm not saying she won't play the part well. I'm saying, to me, she does not personify what I know Ariel to be.
That's kind of
the only.
But I'm keeping an open mind.
It's
not going to be the Little Mermaid from my childhood, but
maybe we don't need the Little Mermaid from our childhood.
And
maybe we're starting.
Maybe it'll be better.
Maybe it will be better.
And again, maybe you can rent the video or the CD or DVD.
I mean, I've watched the Little Mermaid.
Maybe when this movie come out, you will have like your big Ariel hat on and your little banner and everything. I love Ariel.
Would it be okay for me to do darker makeup?
No,
still not okay. Still not okay.
No,
I was just asking.
Speaking of which, it is about time that we moved on.
Yes, that's why I'm doing the theme.
Still not okay for that.
I think that's a McDonald's thing. Please
no, it's not. I wasn't off key.
Hey, but maybe they'll make her.
That's the theme from Under the Sea, bitch.
I know, and McDonald's has something that's similar. No side conversations, please.
Y'all wouldn't like what we had to say, so we have to say it on the side.
Okay. All right,
we had to say it on the side.
All right, you know what?
Speaking of which, Speaking of which, let's go down probably the same road.
Oh shit!
And yes, we're gonna do it.
It ain't black and white anymore.
Now, I don't know. Randy and I have talked about this, so I don't know how you guys feel about this. I love me some Miss Ariana Grande, that little 5'3"
I love Ariana Grande.
Oh my god, she's my. Oh my god!
I hated her when she licked the pastry, but I loved her the day after.
I did not like her music.
I love her music.
I love me some Miss Ariana Grande, and I'm not ashamed to say this.
And y'all hate me if you want to, but that music is cute.
Mm-hmm. But she was recently on a cover of Vogue. Now she had this most beautiful black hat on. She had this beautiful brown skin tan going on. She was not wearing her weave. By the way, that ponytail weave.
Oh, it's a weave.
That ponytail, yes, it's a weave. That's
the high pony.
The high pony. Now, Ariana admits that this is when she goes on stage. It's what she does. It's her stage persona. That's what she does.
She's got her high pony.
But Vogue had her on the cover. Now, there were a few people who got a little bit upset about the fact that she was a little bit too tanned, and they were about. Now, this is what pissed me off. They were about to go into territory that you do not go into unless you have absolute proof. There was a couple of people who said that maybe she might be too tan and trying to be the blackface thing. And I'm like, oh no.
No.
First of all, let's remind the audience of who she is. She is an Italian woman. Italian people are a little on the dark skin side.
Yeah, and
Italian women. She went out. She got some sun. She was looking good.
And they don't burn, y'all.
And
my friend says I'm not white because I'm half Italian.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And look at you. You got some sun.
There is there's truth to that as far as like genealogy mixing. We are not Anglo-Saxon. We are not.
We need to get back to one person for a second. Tell us.
So I got a little upset because I'm like, how dare you accuse an Italian woman,
right,
who got some sun, of even going down? She was
already accused of cultural appropriation because of the Aretha Franklin funeral, and that's some bullshit too.
That's bullshit too.
If you got soul, you got soul. I said it on the show. If you got soul, you got soul. You can't appropriate soul, bitch. You got it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't fake it.
And don't look, black community, I'm going to say this once and for all. Do not go down this dangerous path of accusing people of things that you should not be. When it's obvious, that's one thing. When people are naturally being themselves, never go down that. Don't go down that road.
No. And until you know whether they are or not, do not open your trap.
And do not open your trap. Down.
And sometimes you can be fooled, like having the head of the NAACP being white and didn't know it.
Randy is black,
and there you go. No, the thing is, shit happens, but this little girl ain't doing nobody no harm.
I mean, no, she is not, and you're right.
I mean, it's just
like I said, this is.
She's wearing a big old hat.
Yes, she's wearing that big old hat. Looking delicious.
And she doesn't look
5'3" of deliciousness. I love you, Ariana.
Look at just like her music. She's beautiful.
And she's got a beautiful little puppy.
I know. Girl. And got that short hair.
And that's not too tan.
That is not too tan.
How is that too tan?
It's magic color.
You're the same color.
Okay.
That's because he's Italian. I can't get it because my other half is Irish.
That you can't do.
Oh, you open the picture big.
Yes.
I can figure out how to do it.
But don't accuse this girl of. Please don't. I'm insulted at the fact that you would accuse this girl.
Cultural appropriation.
No, not cultural appropriation. No. Not cultural appropriation.
Appropriating.
No. Of doing blackface. Do not go down that road.
Blackface.
We don't like to say it.
No. She wasn't even that dark.
She really not that dark.
But she looked really good. She was really tan.
She looked J-Lo dark.
May I remind everybody in the world, she's Italian.
Hello.
They get brown.
Real brown.
It's okay.
J-Lo looks darker than her when J-Lo goes on tour and stuff because she bronzes. She bronzes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Trump is darker than her.
She's bronze.
Oh, no, don't.
She's Latina. And don't go to
Trump. Is orange.
Well, he's more
Please
orange.
don't go to Trump.
He's more orange.
Lord have mercy.
Trump is orange.
Is not brown.
That man has never seen the color brown in his entire life. But he loves the color orange.
I bet you.
But he loves the color orange. Don't go down that road.
Well, where I've come from many times in the past, and is we don't say orange, we say orange.
Turquoise and orange. Have you guys ever listened to any Shirley Q Liquor?
Have you ever been to the South, girl? Orange.
Have you ever listened to Shirley Q Liquor?
I have no idea who that is.
Shirley Q Liquor?
No. Oh my God. I've heard of Shirley Q Liquor.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, explain.
Oh my gosh. She was a trip. But that's what every time you say orange.
Well, that's because in certain parts of the South, people say orange.
Well, they say a lot of things in those places. But whenever you say that, I think of this Shirley Q Liquor video that talks about an outfit that Aretha Franklin is wearing. And it's turquoise and orange, but she's saying turquoise and oranges.
Turquoise and orange. Well, there you go.
But no, Shirley Q Liquor is seriously hilarious. You guys should listen. She's like one of the very first like podcast YouTube kind of era. They're harder and harder to find now, but they're super funny. She does little comedy skits, like a drag, like not glam drag, but drag, and she just comes on and she like rants. It's freaking hilarious.
Cool. What's her name?
Shirley Q Liquor.
Oh. Does she drink?
Yes.
Well, I advocate drinking.
Yeah, they're short little skits. They're not like ours, but they're like little 3-minute skits and this and whatnot. There's one about a spider under her toilet seat that freaks her out. And there's one about buying a hamster that.
Oh shit!
Oh good lord!
There's the one about the outfit that Aretha Franklin's wearing. Cute little 2-3 minute skits you can look up on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you said it was a podcast.
Well, it's like the very first of that podcast YouTuber era,
right.
where they just happened on YouTube. Podcasts didn't exist. Podcasts didn't exist then.
Well, you know what? This is kind of refreshing. We spent the whole month of June. We talked gay this, gay that, gay.
Regular issues.
And to be able to be 4 gay men and just sometimes sit around and say, hey, you know what? Let's just be catty and just talk about people or what have you. I feel like it's a good thing every now and then.
It really is.
I don't think we're really that catty. I mean, in terms of
not towards each other, but
no, I think we're cattier towards each other. I think we're really catty talking about topics.
Oh, I am. Speak for yourself, Mr. Chris. Do not insult my banter and say that it's
it could be.
I strive.
Actually, you're bad. Ooh, drinking soda on the air.
She got the ice.
I'm just clinking the ice, just doing my thing.
Right.
Let everybody know that.
Y'all ever wonder what a styrofoam cup sounds like on the airway?
Exactly. I'm so bad for the environment drinking out of a styrofoam cup, but I try to use this cup as much as I possibly can. So
because it's just
hold on to it for the rest of your life. Because guess what? It'll last.
It'll last that long. It'll last past my. Well, I'm not gonna say grandkids because ain't no grandkids coming up in this. Ain't no grandkids coming up in this story. So that's
grandkids coming up
in this story.
There ain't no grandkids in this story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I met you and you got kids, that's fine.
Keep your demon spa at home.
As long as they're grown, I'm okay with that.
Wait,
but I'm
styrofoam worse than plastic?
Yes.
Styrofoam,
1,000 times
worse. Yes.
It's unrecyclable.
It's made of gas and all kinds of shit.
It's unrecyclable. It will be around
and because
for thousands of years. Yeah, exactly.
It's toxic.
They can't mix
toxic.
Them, right? And gas from burning it and remolding it.
Girl, it's like Britney Spears, honey. It's toxic.
I miss her Pepsi commercial.
I know.
I love Britney Spears. That's a joke, of course.
Speaking of which, what's going on with her?
What do you mean?
She went.
Wait, what?
I don't know if she went.
Was she still performing when you were in Vegas?
No, I think her show.
No, she's off.
Oh,
she's off.
Her residency is Christina Aguilera is performing.
Oh, the poor dear.
She's a mess. I have to show you her advertising. It's so terrible.
Britney needs love.
You know we're on the air. How are you going to show anybody any opportunity?
We love Britney. We love Britney.
I'm talking about Britney. I mean, I'm talking about Christina.
And vacation.
I love
Let
Britney.
that girl sit at the
Britney
house.
needs to let go.
But
I feel sad that Christina has hit the point where she needs a residency in Vegas.
Wait, no, it's a thing to do. Everyone has.
Everybody has a residency.
Aerosmith has a fucking residency there.
Aerosmith, the oldest man next to the Rolling Stones.
Selling albums anymore.
Drugs obviously do people some good.
J-Lo has a residency.
As they say on
Celine also not selling
Dave
albums.
Chappelle said it when he was doing Rick James. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It is. But
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Unfortunately, Rick James did not survive that.
Okay, this is her ad.
He was alive when
like you can't even tell who the fuck that is.
But it looks like she got stung by a bee. Like all on her face.
What the hell
I'm
is
showing them the ad for Christina Aguilera's
and her face looks real swollen, y'all. Real swollen, like she tried that glass
Christina
jar
Aguilera.
where you make your lips all.
Y'all leave Christina Aguilera
Her
alone.
branding has always been all over the place.
I know.
Because she's so talented, I think.
Well,
Her
Bionic Bionic is one of those brilliant albums.
Her music sells itself.
Bionic was a brilliant
But after
album.
Bionic, after Bionic flops, she just lost it.
Yeah,
she did. What has she done?
Who flopped?
Christina.
You
Bionic flopped.
You know who has never flopped ever?
Who?
My bitch, Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Kelly who?
Kelly who?
Clarkson. What the?
I'm sorry.
I thought she named Kelly Osbourne.
Only one Kelly.
I thought she was talking about Kelly Ripa, maybe
There's only
Kelly
one
Rowland.
One
I have no
Kelly.
idea.
Kelly, don't listen to them.
Clarkson.
Don't listen
I
to
have
them.
no idea
I
what
have
she was
nothing bad to
talking.
say
I
about
have
Kelly.
nothing.
Nobody does.
I mean,
And if they do, send me your
this is
address.
actually pretty entertaining.
She's marvelous.
When she's on The Voice, she was so funny. It was The Voice show.
Won The Voice. First 2 years she was on.
Mm-hmm.
And running.
Oh, well, I just saw one episode. That's enough.
Kelly is the only
She
Kelly
rocks it
that
the fuck
there
out.
is.
I've seen her 3 times. The first time I saw her, I think it was in the 5th row. The second time was 3rd row. And then the third time I saw her was 1st row.
Disappointing me, Rihanna. I'm kind of.
Did you? Oh my!
I'm
No,
sorry.
if you want to be reintroduced to Rihanna, if you want to channel that disappointment, and then go, God damn it, bitch! Look at you.
What is it?
Girl.
I think it was Chinese Vogue. I'm thinking. I know I got it
So
wrong.
no music, just a photo.
The photo
Oh, the
was fucking off the chain.
Ridiculously gorgeous.
Ridiculous. Yes. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, if she frames her face right.
But this bitch is she is.
As long as you catch her three-quarter profile.
Beautiful, but you just have to get her the right angle.
But she is an entrepreneur. She is.
The sexiest thing about Rihanna to me is like her speaking voice.
She put supermodels. I saw that cover and I went, God damn it, Rihanna. I need some music, but God damn it, bitch, you look good. Bitch, you look good.
I wish you wouldn't say GD.
Bitch, you look good.
When she does interviews,
I thought that was okay now.
I like to just
like GD.
I like to listen to her interviews because her voice is so sexy.
That was a shot.
Like that is an accent.
That was a shot.
I like a lot of things. Miss.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bring it down.
Conversation. Sorry.
They don't have that.
Girl, we're trying to forget side conversation.
But Rihanna, I saw. I'm
We're still
sure.
talking about Rihanna? Okay,
yes, because you brought it up.
I don't want a photo.
I realized that.
You said she reinvented herself.
And by the way, yes, the article that I read said, "Bitch, where's your music?" And then he went, "Bitch, look at your picture, girl. You look good."
The Chinese Vogue.
I love her music.
When you said Chinese Vogue, I immediately went to like, oh my god, did she?
This one?
Did she redo Madonna's Vogue in Chinese?
No,
that would be amazing.
All right, so that one with red hair? No, that's old.
No, that's old. That's from. That's not several years ago. That's U.S. I don't think it was Chinese Vogue. I think somebody please correct me, girl. No, girl, no. That's
ages ago.
That's ages ago, girl. Oh, I'm sorry, audience. She is looking up stuff on her phone.
And showing
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
That's it.
No, you didn't.
That's not it. That's an old one too.
No, you didn't. Did no one in the room notice that Chris got a new phone?
No, he didn't.
No. I don't even know how to work those damn things.
It's not smashed.
Chris got a new. It's not smashed. Chris got a new phone. No one in this new room. Oh my god, girl,
that is news.
Girl, that is news.
But you know, guess what else? I got it for free, bitch.
What?
How did you do that?
Because I can work it.
He got a Samsung Galaxy S1 for free, y'all.
She threw down.
Can you imagine?
She threw
down. My charm.
I can't believe that none of these bitches noticed. I looked at their phone.
And we've been looking at it.
All right.
I'm surprised I didn't notice it.
Everybody's talking over each other. Let me say something right now. One of these bitches that he's talking about doesn't even know how to work her phone properly. So, but that's me. So, it's on Pinky. He didn't.
No, I think Joel has more to say about it.
I'm going to say this.
I love everybody, but I don't know. I'm going
to say this. Randy, his phone before was far worse than yours. It was just terrible. It was
I was practicing.
I told you.
I was practicing some stoicism.
Well, and I got slivers. Like swiping.
I was wanting to live with.
You got slivers?
I got cut.
Swiping.
No, you did not. I had tape over it.
Oh my god! I did honestly,
but
it was a habit.
I'd never even seen it. I'd never even seen
Randy,
it.
his phone. Ooh, I just burped. Sorry. Ooh, gonna do it again.
Lord mercy.
Shit.
Right up there in the microphone.
Why
That's
all right. Put your ass up there.
I know. Why don't I just fart in the microphone?
Please don't.
But Randy, Pinky, sit down, girl, sit down.
I'm scaling the furniture
with your crazy booty.
Oh, Randy, his phone was worse than yours, and I'm like, oh God, what I fail to understand, and Chris has always been the antithesis of who he is.
Wait, what?
Good.
I've been the antithesis of who I am.
Yes. You're an IT guy. You're an IT guy who has
that is the perfect way.
At this stage, who has a complete disdain for technology.
I don't know if I go that far.
Yeah, you
actually.
Oh yeah, you do. You have a complete disdain for technology.
It's a low for like how connected you have to be. I
do kind of hate the phone. Actually, but now that I have this phone, I kind of like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see how you would because that's his fucking job.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he works in.
And you're relaxing when you're not working.
So, so now you can read it off to a screen that is not.
Well, and I kind of despise phones, smartphones, and how they've fucked up society in many ways.
I love disconnecting and just unplugging.
I'm glad I did not grow up with a smartphone.
Me too.
Can I say this?
It's ruined fucking kids.
It really has.
Can I say this?
And their childhood.
They all had the fucking answers right
This
there.
is the funniest thing that you've ever said because I was literally having this conversation with someone about the fact that how our smartphones have completely messed up relationships. Completely.
I think so, yeah.
Not in my house.
How many arguments I've gotten in with my ex just because something has been taken out of context?
I'm hoping, and I asked the person at work if I could tell the story in the air, and he said it was fine. Here's what happened. His wife went out of town. He was supposed to go to an event, but he slept in. Slept in meaning he overslept.
Uh-huh.
His wife called him 9 times, sent 100 text messages.
Ooh! During the period of time he was supposed to be at this event.
Called the police.
Oh, shit.
And everything else because she thought something had happened to him.
Oh, that's sweet.
He hears somebody with a key open his front door, come in and call him by name. He said, thank God, I put on pants and went downstairs. And he said, my wife called looking for me. And I'm like, and he's like, well, I overslept. I don't see what the big deal is. She called you. She sent you 100 text messages and she called you 9 times. She called everybody. She was worried. She thought you were dead. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
but in what period of time did this all happen? Like, are we talking 30 minutes or like 6 hours?
I'm like, this was several hours.
Okay.
He was, this was several hours.
Is there more to the story?
No.
Well, if you'd like
I think that's enough.
Tell the story.
No, I mean,
I think that's enough. The fact that she was like freaking out because he did not text her immediately.
Right.
And he and I are talking about this, and I'm like, look,
instantaneous contact.
But I don't
know. I've never been. Okay, I'm not gonna. No, I've never been in a modern relationship where I had to worry about the fact that I had to answer a text message every 5 minutes.
Just because they knew you could.
Yeah, exactly. Look,
I agree with you.
I'm going to say this. For a booty call, and this is honest. For a booty call, do you know how many times I've gotten, hey, you didn't text me back? I'm at work.
Right, exactly.
But I thought we were supposed to hook up, and you didn't text me back. I'm at work.
Right.
I literally just told you I'm at work, and we can't do a booty call tonight. Right. Well, why didn't you just send me a text message and tell me that? Because I'm fucking at work.
I have something to
if I tell you I'm at work, I'm not available.
And when I heard his story, I started thinking, if you do that in a relationship, that's what you do in a relationship. I just literally have casual experiences, and I understand what he's talking about because even in the casual experiences, like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Can I come over? I'm at work. So are you?
I just wanted to add something to that.
On the concept of smartphones. When I was in Lake Tahoe, I don't know if you guys have been to Lake Tahoe, but it's kind of remote. It's not super remote, but it's pretty remote, and you can on our phones, you could call out, but it was really hard to get internet connection.
Right.
And so when people, there's a beach kind of right where the RV camp park was, and there's kids hanging out, all sorts of people hanging out, and none of them were on their smartphones. They were all just hanging out with each other, having conversations. They would tie these lines across the trees and try and like do balancing whatever on it. But it was so awesome that they were just interacting with each other, and cell phones never came into the equation at all.
Were they vacationing or were they from
No,
there?
these are people who live there.
Right. And that's the thing. They have that kind of closeness that kids here don't have.
Right. Well, I want to add something to that. In my family, we don't ever regard our phones. We get together every Sunday, and we don't look at the phone.
Right.
We don't, and
that's the way it should be.
My sisters don't even. We all use landlines and everything.
What's a landline?
See, exactly. And I'm not saying that I'm better than everybody else. I'm just saying that I'm connected. I feel like I'm more connected on a personal level with my family because We're not. There's nobody scrolling.
Yeah, when families get together, you should consciously have your phone put away.
Right, and connected is different than plugged in.
Yeah,
I love being unplugged.
And if you take your phone out, it's for a reason. You consciously do it.
You take pictures, and then it goes back on the mantle, and we go back to having like common conversation. Like I love that, and like for me, people don't understand. Like my business sort of bases or benefits quite a bit from my online presence, and so does the podcast, and how present I am online for the podcast and its success, because that is how we transmit word of mouth these days.
Right.
It's picture of I guess would be the the relevance there, whatever, word of mouth. But for my job, like my phone when I'm working, like I literally cannot be texting, and like if I get somebody who's like super bothered about the fact that I don't text back, I go through Google and I send them this beratement of pictures of shop incidents, people missing fingers, people who have saw blades in their guts, people who, what happens to you when you are distracted to the point where like you're texting while you're trying to do any of the things that I'm doing in the shop.
Yeah.
The reasons I've explained to them, I cannot be in contact with you when I say that I'm working, and that's the last you hear from me. That is why you don't hear from me until I'm done working.
Right.
Because it could literally...
And you're also doing something creative too.
Right.
So and the phone is a distraction.
And the phone is a distraction, and it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. Super fucking dangerous. I could lose a hand, I could lose a finger. It's like, and then you won't want to talk to me anyway, because I'll be that guy who doesn't have a hand.
Actually, that'd be kind of
What?
fun.
Wait, no, don't say that.
But I think
hey, bitches. Somebody say, hey, let us take a break, because we're going to take a break for just a second, and we'll be right back. So
I think you just did. Can they hear you?
Hey, we're taking a break.
But we're taking a break, so I'm going to break my foot off in this, and then, stay tuned.
So we're back, and this is probably, the last 15 minutes?
I'd say we probably got 20 in.
The last 15, 20. Because, everybody knows if you listen to the show, sometimes we go a little long.
Well,
we go a little wide.
We have a lot to say.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is that where are we now? Are we...
Well, I was thinking about Beat Down in Cartoon Town, baby.
All right.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
It's ridiculous.
I'm sure it is.
Seriously, Joel, you didn't see it.
And it's trashy. And
I don't know what this is.
I haven't seen it before.
Yes, you do. Do you?
I don't know.
Can you explain it to me so that I know?
Topic worthy.
Of course I will.
I don't know if it's topic worthy.
This family, it's the last 15 minutes, and it's worth exploring. Although we'll never know the dynamic of this family. There was a family at Disneyland that got into some
fight. Was it Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland.
Ah.
Girl, if it was Disney World, the security would have been all over these people.
Well, so they couldn't.
I don't know what's going on with Disneyland with their security.
But
this fight lasted for 3.5 minutes. And this one dude was beating the shit out of his cousin, his sister. The mother got out off of her motorized chair. It was not cute.
In fairness to him,
In fairness
to him, I will say that they did not simply just take a beating. Quite a few of them were swinging at him as well.
No,
but
the one girl got started whacking
and whacking.
No, the one girl got popped in the face, and
that was horrible.
Right.
It was horrifying.
The one gal before she got knocked down,
horrifying.
Before she got down, was trying to swing at him. It was it's a whole
big mess. It
makes no sense for radio because you can't see any of it.
Hand up.
I have my hand up like in a classroom.
Oh shit!
We do that.
I have a couple of questions that I would like to ask.
All right.
First of all, does anybody know how this fight started?
Yes. Well,
no, we don't.
He said, "Okay, here's what I heard him say. We can watch it on YouTube later. Here's what I heard him say. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
So
and
we don't know how
spit
it
in his
started.
face. His sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's his sister?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's a whole family, yeah.
Yeah, it's Wayne.
A family
spit
affair.
in his face.
And then we don't know how it started.
He slapped the dog shit out of her, and then
literally
pulled her hair,
dog shit on the ground,
and she's nearly going down. And then a cousin gets involved,
mm-hmm.
and they're going fisticuffs. In a minute, he's like, "You want some? You want some? Let's go.
I'm ready to go to jail tonight.
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to go to jail." So
You're saying that.
Yeah. So he takes a hit and he misses. No, the guy in the pink doesn't miss, but the guy in the white misses. So when the guy in the white misses, a cousin comes up from behind with a bow in her hair, get weave, and
he drags that bitch. He drags that bitch.
No, that's before the dragging. It's 3.5 minutes. So the guy in the pink turns around and bam! Slaps the dog shit out of her, punches her in the face.
That's just dog shit.
The other girl goes down. The mama comes up on a motorized cart. It is not cute.
I think mom is how that fight started.
What?
I think, yeah. Because
you realize
near the end of the video, he starts talking about something that was said or done to his mother.
Wait, say again.
In the video, you hear him talking about something that happened to his mother, and the fight starts and breaks out with she's still on the scooter, and they're fighting across her.
Oh God!
With the
scooter,
the gal, the big girl, they're fighting, and then they are fighting across her on the scooter, and he says something about doing something to his mother, and then it. I mean, that's where I get it from. I think it started with mom, but
can I ask this
nobody
question?
knows how the fight started.
I don't know any of this.
Me either.
What ride were they waiting on? Were they waiting on a ride?
No, they
was in Toontown.
They were in Toontown, girl.
Were they just walking around the park?
In Toontown.
Toontown.
Who said something to somebody that got this whole fight started?
That's what I would like to know.
Missing the beginning.
Like,
missing the exciting
beginning. Yeah, we're missing the exciting beginning because
motherfucker is.
Well, no, but that's the thing. That wasn't the beginning. That's just when people started recording. That wasn't the actual beginning of that fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's when people knew it was going to be a fight. Mm-hmm. When people started raising their voices.
But Charles, the mother rolling around because she can't really walk.
Oh,
rolling around
on the ground. They eventually. Everyone's
trying to pick
passing mom around, but also at the same time, when they grab mom, they then get involved in the scuffle. Like they have mom in their hands, and then they try to swing.
And this is at Disneyland
in
California.
No, wait, no, that's Disney World.
No, World is in Florida.
No, it's land.
Wait,
Disney World is in Anaheim, California.
I thought it was opposite too.
Disney World is in Orlando.
Actually
proper Kissimmee?
Where are you saying this happened?
Disneyland
in California.
In California.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
But no, I mean, none of us know how it happened because the video doesn't record until then.
It was horrible though when they were passing mother back and forth like a rag doll.
But it took
she couldn't get back in the seat because she fell out of the seat.
I've seen
trying to
police
stop
officers
the argument and
show up on the scene of a fight
somebody's
faster
feet.
than park security.
So,
nobody detains anyone from park security.
No, the park security comes and the people just walk off.
When they finally show up, park security detains no one, stops no one from
3.5 minutes
interacting with one another. They just say, "Ma'am, calm down," and then disperses and nobody is detained, nobody gets thrown out,
nobody got arrested, and the DA in
I've
California
seen tougher
is looking
security
into it.
interaction happen anywhere.
So that's the story.
At the doctor's office, I have seen security guards get more physical.
The hand is going up again. Joel's hand's going up again.
I tried to ease into that earlier with the orange
We got so many other stuff to talk about.
We're doing the last 15 minutes, and
I have another question
okay.
when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask it.
Why do I care?
Oh, because it's the last 15 minutes, and don't be a bitch.
Actually, because it's a pretty viral. It went viral.
It went viral.
This went viral.
That means it doesn't need our.
I'm sorry.
You need to see it.
It doesn't need our
very
airtime.
tragic.
Okay. So, this went viral.
Go big time.
This went viral. The pictures that Carlos took of you and him with the heels on the table and doing all that shit
went viral.
No, didn't go viral.
Damn it.
But this shit goes viral? Really? Really?
I know.
This is what goes
you
viral.
You haven't seen it.
Our pictures
I am really
are
confused.
way better than that.
No, but you haven't seen it. And our pictures are really awesome, but I haven't seen all of them.
I'm going to say this.
I've seen bum fights more.
I'm going to say this. I thought that the most amazing picture was you and Randy with cigarette in hand, his heels on the table, you with the...
Oh, no, because I was shocked because he came up.
Yes, exactly. That shock look on your...
He had a little...
I thought...
It was he had some moose knuckle going, and I'm like, oh!
I thought, wow.
What's a moose knuckle?
It's when your dick is on the side of your pants.
I thought, God, Gay Twitter will love these pictures because they're awesome. They were awesome pictures. And nothing.
There's nothing for them to go viral. Wait, they were good pictures, but there's nothing for them to go viral. There's nothing viral.
I thought that maybe that might be the thing.
Did you hashtag moose knuckle them?
I don't know what what
is there to go viral about?
Kitties, cats going viral.
It's the hashtags.
I'm like, I don't know what is viral. What is?
Show him the picture.
No, I saw them. I liked them.
I know they're fantastic pictures.
It's the hashtags. No, I said I'll edit the hashtags.
They're fantastic pictures, but I'm like, I thought that these pictures would go viral. I was like, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna get like 1,000 things from Twitter.
I don't think Carlos posted them on his Instagram either.
No,
And I think Carlos.
But I don't care.
Shame, but guess what?
But the thing is,
I think you would need something like some sort of slogan.
I thought
picture.
I did that. I said, "Hey," it was the most amazing picture.
I loved it.
Here you go.
I have one with
the
Joel and
pictures
Randy.
are awesome.
I have one with the logo. Logo up in the corner above your head in the white.
They're great
up there.
Here you go, Gay Twitter. Have fun with this. And it was a picture of this queen and this queen doing their thing. And I thought, there could be so many memes from this. There could be so much stuff. But nothing. Nothing. And I'm like,
because
really?
The memes are for us to make and put out there.
Really? Nothing?
I think we need to make the memes and
distribute them. Did I try too hard?
Why are y'all making us work so hard out there?
Did I try too hard?
No, they were good pictures, but there's nothing for that to go viral. There's nothing out of the ordinary about those pictures.
I know, I'm gorgeous.
Really?
Great.
Really? There's nothing out of the ordinary. There is a picture of...
gorgeous.
There's a picture of Charles putting his literal foot on a table with his heels on.
With a moose knuckle in my face.
And Wendy just looking at him going, bitch, what's going on here?
I got it. It's funny. Chuckle. But there's nothing to make it go viral.
Anyway, I think
I'll try harder next time. I won't minimize my moose knuckle.
I think it's time we
I'll Photoshop it down.
Yeah, if you pulled your penis out, then that would make it go viral.
Which penis?
No, I photoshopped my penis smaller. In the
Which penis?
You have a list of things you can't say.
No,
can we get those up on the wall?
You can't say penis. You can't say GD. You can't say JC.
All right, you know what?
Can we have a list on the wall?
BBC, you can't say.
That's your list. You just made the list. All three times. All three of those.
Those are the three.
Those are the three, and nothing else.
BBC.
Everything else is. Well, you know what? We're all talking over each other.
No
and the truth of the matter is, it's time to shut the show down. Say goodbye.
Well, guess what?
No DP.
Guess what? Chris is back, and we are back to the original form. We're back to the original form.
Well, the original form was the two of y'all. For years.
Well,
years?
Years?
Are you serious?
Less than a.
Years? It was months, not years.
A year? No, you had a year.
No. You have a year at that point.
I was inside of a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
there are 52 weeks in a year.
Oh, well, I'm not that versed in y'all's history. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, I am, though, y'all.
Really? We've been doing this show for years.
We need to say goodbye so we can get off the air.
So that we can sign paperwork with Chris Purvis.
Fuck all of y'all.
Paperwork.
Fuck all of y'all. Years? Really?
I misspoke. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down.
Bitch, I will reach over this table.
He meant to say that y'all have been reaching around for years.
I meant to say y'all are old as fuck.
All I'm saying is it's time to say goodbye.
Is it really?
He's going to pop something.
I know. Is it really time to say goodbye, Randy?
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Randy.
Then say goodbye, Randy.
We're talking all kind of
goodbye, Randy.
Bullshit behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes.
There's no behind the scenes. We're literally on the air.
This is it.
I know that.
No.
So this is not behind the scenes.
We're full frontal.
Or full frontal. Oh God.
Don't nobody want to see that. All right.
Yes, we should do a show completely naked. That'll get.
Oh, can we do
that's
that?
That's viral, bitch.
Oh, yes. Can we do that?
That's going to be okay.
That's going to be.
There's going to be a Patreon coming out, y'all, because The show is...
And if we reach a certain level, someone takes their clothes off.
And Patreon, our Patreon followers will be able to vote.
Yes.
From month to month. Who goes zero clad for that episode. That will be part of our
I do it if I got
strictly content. Yeah. Well, and they can do that. They'll donate a bonus to see so-and-so. You know.
Now, see, that sounds like strip poker.
Yeah, strip poker.
Okay, you know what? I'm up for the challenge. Because I love a challenge.
Fuck it. I'll do strip poker.
We're going to be putting a GoFundMe out.
But I'm wearing a jock strap, and that is not coming off.
Wait, well, that's not strip poker, then.
The show is doing some improvements. And, you know, if you are a loyal follower of the show, be on the lookout in our social media for our GoFundMe and our Patreon page that will be coming up if you're a regular subscriber and want to support the show regularly. Those will be in the next week or so coming at you from our social media on the show. If you're a follower, you know our Twitter, you know our...
Really? Make sure.
Say it again.
What is our Twitter? It's Joel and Randy Show.
Joel and Randy Sexist Tea on Facebook. Joel and Randy Sexist Tea on Twitter. And Joel and Randy Show on Instagram. On Instagram.
Yeah. If you search Joel and Randy's Show on any of the social media, we come up. And if you're not a follower, please add us to your list.
Definitely.
Executing that search. Yeah.
We want some feedback.
We'd love to start doing like sessions where on Wednesdays you guys message in and we answer questions live via our social media.
Well, that would be interesting.
Coming at us on topics. We'll let you know ahead of time. You guys, we want to add voting on the show content, so that you guys can get us talking about what you guys want us to be talking about. So we'll throw a couple of ideas out there, and the ones that hit the heaviest with you guys and come back. We're going to be adding to the format of the show, and we want a lot more inclusion of our listeners, and we're going to be giving you the platforms to do so in the coming weeks. There's going to be a little bit of construction during that period of time, but we're hoping that we can get content recorded prior to, so that you guys don't have to go a week missing us, because we don't want to miss you for a week. But yeah, I wanted to get those out there so that they know what's up and coming for the show. Other than the show being up and coming.
Well, and that's the best way. That's the best way to close the show.
Cover your eyes, bitches, because we are up and coming.
Yes, we are.
And as usual, if you're not going to be good at it.
Cover your eyes and open your ears,
mouth.
And
okay, I'm going to have to say this because this has made me the happiest person on the planet as the producer of the show to know that I am surrounded by the most amazing people on the planet. I'm really surprised and I'm really happy about the
crying?
Yes,
I'm going to start.
I am surrounded by the most amazing people on the planet, and we love doing this show. We really do love doing this show.
Love.
And I know that sometimes this show is off all kinds of kilters. I know that you sometimes listen and go, what the fuck are they talking about?
None of us can get a handle on the concept.
And sometimes we don't get a handle on it, but we love being able to do this because that's what we do. And we know that you guys have these same conversations. And the fact that we could air it out and let you have those conversations and be okay with it, that's what we do. And I have to say this, and I'm going to end this show fairly quickly. Once again, Joel and Randy Sexist Tea on Facebook, on Spreaker, on
iTunes,
Twitter,
Spotify.
Yeah. You could find us on those things, but when it comes to really talking to us and letting us know what you think and everything else, it's all about the social media. So I'm not going to sit here and go and tell you where to listen to us. Look for us. There are Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Joel and Randy Sexist Tea. Look for us. Send us your comments. Tell us how you feel. Because we really do love you, and we really do think that you guys are great, and we are watching Pinky lick some kind of pink thing.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Which looks, which
that's not
supposedly that is not a vagina.
Seriously,
that's a vagina.
Even I've seen a vagina. And that's
okay, you know what?
It's the prettiest vagina you ever fucking saw.
All right, that's enough.
Okay, you know what? That's enough. And I'm gonna have to bring
Eat the bean.
I will bring back Singapore and SJ to explain to you what a vagina looks like.
Oh,
no, I don't.
I love Singapore.
I
will bring back Singapore and SJ to explain what a vagina looks like.
All right.
So we're done. And
I'll say it again.
I guess I have to get up.
You gotta get up.
You gotta get all that ass off the chair.
If you ain't know be good at it. If you're in the Houston area, definitely hit up the show. We want to have you on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I agree. And I want to shout out to Sweden. We love you. And I hope you're listening.
Yeah. Okay, take us out, Randy.
Hey, are we ready to go? It's the Joel and Randy show.
Hey, you bitches and hoes, it's the Joel and Randy show.
All tea, all shade, and it's Texas made.
It's the Joel and Randy show.
Ow! Look at that, y'all. That's